Ananda Siddhartha, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for answering to my question. Yeah?
You're welcome.
Yes. Siddhartha, you have been leading action to promote the culture of ragi. Why?
Ragi is a traditional food crop that has been growing in India for a very long time.
Yeah.
We think it's very important because it's a whole ecosystem in itself. It not only is grown by itself, only ragi is not grown by itself, but it's also grown with about 50 other varieties, up to 50 other varieties of crops, which include vegetables, legumes, leafy vegetables, all of that, and because of this, it's an ecosystem which does not put too much harm on the earth itself, because there are no pesticides used, it's organic farming, and because there are so many different types of vegetables, it also enriches the earth. So in that sense, it's very important.
It's biological culture. Sure.
Yes, of course. Okay. And with the modern techniques of farming, techniques of farming are very water intensive. They use a lot of chemical pesticides, and because of that, it harms the earth a lot. And because of that, over time, the earth becomes less productive. And because of that, we've been trying to see if we can reintroduce ragi rather, instead of cash crops, which are less productive in that sense.
What did you think about the action of Monsanto with the agriculture in India?
I think it's not something that is very productive and not something that is also beneficial to India, because our agricultural biodiversity is very rich, and Monsanto coming into India is something that is going to create a monoculture which destroys the earth. It's a war against the earth. I think the one war that has gone on for so long against which is a war against the earth,
they don't respect the earth. So there is a lot of agriculture of India. They kill them. Why? There is a new government in India. You think this context is benefit for your action or not?
We are not very positive about it, because the new government, they like the corporates a lot and they want to promote corporates in India. Because especially in the eastern part of India, there's lots of forests, but these forests have a lot of tribals, the traditional forest dwellers, and within those forests also there are a lot of mines with a lot of minerals, etc., which companies want to extract. And because of that, the new government wants to remove a lot of acts which are protecting those areas, just so that the corporates can come and take out those minerals and make lots of profits, which won't benefit the local economy. So I don't think it's very positive.
You have supported action with the Palestinian women. Why?
We think, like I said, India is a very biodiverse and has very rich agricultural biodiversity. We want to try and get that back in India, because ever since the Green Revolution, this has taken a backseat and people are going only towards monoculture, which is very harmful for the environment. So we want to try and revive the local agricultural biodiversity.
Okay. In India, spirit is in the main value. It's actually true. Yes, you think so?
I think it's
changing. No?
Yes, it is changing. I think it's very integral to Indian culture, but I think it's changing, and this is not a good change. It's not a positive change. It's one where everybody sort of gets into the same culture, which destroys local cultures.
You practice?
To some extent, yes.
Of the agriculture market in India, producer, food producing, reseller, importer, exporters.
There is a lot of importing and exporting, but like I said, after the Green Revolution, it's become very streamlined. Yeah. There's a big rice lobby which doesn't want other people to grow their own crops. They want to push only rice, and because of that, the agricultural market has become very streamlined and very narrow in one sense, and because of that, the local farmers and small and marginal farmers especially, they are suffering because of this.
Yes, actually in India, the big market are allowed to sell their products. It's against the traditional culture of India.
Yes.
What do you think about it?
I think because we have such a large population, about 65 to 70% of Indians are involved in agriculture in some sense or another. And if you have a lot of multinational companies, for example, like Monsanto, coming into India, and that would really affect all these small and marginal farmers. So if you have such a large number of people who are not growing crops, and there'll be a lot of disguised unemployment and even natural unemployment, and this would create a huge impact on the local economy.
In India, people have sensibility of ecology. How do you explain? Actually, New Delhi, it's the city more polluted of the world.
The city more
pollution, very pollution in the
yes,
world.
In India, it's very unique, because in India there are so many different Indias. There's an India, for example, like you said, New Delhi, which is very modern and very sort of modern in that sense. And if you go just 100 kilometers, it's almost like you're going back 100 years in time, you know?
In Leh, for example.
Exactly. Because people are still growing. I mean, there's very traditional forms of agriculture. There's very traditional mindset as well. You know, so in that sense, there are different Indias which, like in New Delhi, which is very polluted, very modernized, and a different mindset altogether. So I think that's a very important.
So you are a journalist and you are very young.
Yes.
Why did you use this mission of this action? Yes.
Because I think that India, like you said, has a very important culture and traditions which I think should be maintained and not given up to modernization and globalization in a negative sense.
Actually, India is an emergent country. What's the value for this? What the value, the economy, what's the benefits of this to be the first, like China, Russia, etc.
There are benefits in that we will. There will be.
It's the technology, the agriculture. What's India is strong now? What?
Right now, India is quite strong in agriculture. It's still strong in agriculture because, in terms of GDP, it is among the highest in terms of contributing to the GDP. But that is slowly declining. You know, so I think in a couple of years' time, agriculture won't be a primary contributor to the GDP, which is very sad, considering our rich agricultural biodiversity.
Your father is here in Dialogue Humanitaire of Lion. Why?
We have a similar meeting in Bangalore called the February Dialogues, and it's very similar in terms of its values and in ethics. So that's why we want to come. My father's been coming to Lyon very often ever since the beginning, and we've been trying to work together to see how we can exchange values and ethics. And
have you contact to meet you? Have you a seat or address mail?
Yes.
What's it? Tell me what it is for the. Give me your address mail. Yeah.
It's Ananda. That's ANANDA.
Yes.
Dot peopletree PIPALTREE @gmail.com.
Okay. Ananda. Gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Fine. Thank you.
Thank you.